Welcome back. In the previous episode, I said I'd tell you about Emma and Belinda and Brenda and Amy. This episode is about Emma and the English girls. So here goes. Those were the days of Doordarshan, a different era when we had a single TV channel, black and white TV, and very little means of entertainment. Worse, my domineering mother forbade us to read anything but study related books. So, no fun reading either, or very little. We would wait all week for the Sunday movie on TV. And if it turned out to be something like Saraswati Chandra or Chit Chor or Gharonda or even Shatranj Ke Khiladi, we just watched it quietly because that would still be the most entertaining thing to happen all week. Those were lovely movies, I'm sure, just not meant for 8-year-olds. Another highlight of the week would be Chaya Geet, that later got rebranded as Chitrahar. Initially, this TV show was cast once a week, then later twice a week. We would go running home in the evening after playing to watch this show, where a few movie songs were screened. If there were songs such as Saranga Teri Yaad Mein, I would just get really irritated because I wanted that once a week show to at least show some more fun songs. On the bright side, that time was ideal for enriching your imagination because that was the best way to keep yourself entertained then. Anything that deviated from the routine in such a situation caused a stir in our lives. The Godrej colony often had visitors from different parts of the world housed at the guest house bungalows. Many were executives from other companies who came to visit the factories or the schools. There were Japanese visitors, Korean visitors. We little kids were all aflutter once when some English girls, probably students on break, were visiting India. And they stayed at our township guest house bungalow for a couple of weeks. There were 4 girls. I remember the names of 2, Emma and Annie. A bunch of us little kids ran around excitedly, wondering what we could do for these visitors. Bernadette's mother had a garden planted along her house. They lived on the ground floor of our building. So we went to that garden and plucked a bunch of flowers and foliage, including ferns, to make delightful, pretty wildflower bouquets. Then, when the girls came downstairs in the evening, we excitedly went running to them, handed them the bouquets, and took them for a walk around the colony. We chatted with them excitedly. The girls looked surprised and amused. We bombarded them with questions. I asked Annie her own name and then also asked her Emma's name. Then, when I started talking to Emma, I asked her name. And weirdly, when she told me that her name was Emma, I replied, "Yes, Annie told me already." After that, I thought, oops, blooper. I shouldn't have said that because now I just sound foolish. And that thought has stuck with me for over the decades. I'm still a person who obsesses about conversations long after they are over and keep flogging myself over little details. But other than that, we had a wonderful time with the English girls. The next evening, again we went running to Bernadette's garden and made beautiful bouquets for the girls. Then we realized that they were avoiding us. We saw them walking a different route with the older boys closer to their age, teenage boys, which included the school principal's son. I was crestfallen and did not try to talk to the girls again. So many questions floated around in my mind. Did they not like us? Did they think we were boring? Why would they avoid us? We saw them around over the next few days, hanging out with the older boys, just chilling. Most probably the girls did not want to be surrounded by little kids every evening. Up until that point, I had never experienced being avoided. I had always seen people take me as I was. And I thought this is how life was. This is how it was always going to be. Of course, I had parents and teachers convey in no uncertain terms what they thought of me. The stupid one, the dull one, the dumb one. But that was pretty straightforward, and there was no cruel or mean intent there, no hidden agenda. Now, my temperament is such as a highly sensitive person. If someone even hints that they don't wish to be around me, I wouldn't dream of imposing, ever. But I do feel sad whenever I realize that someone is avoiding me. With the rampant ghosting culture that exists today, I wonder how many people are left feeling hurt. I had yet to experience the entire Pandora's box of human motivations and behavior and all the subtle and not so subtle nuances of behavior and intention. This was only the tip of the iceberg. Like when kids do or say cruel things for no reason but to be mean. And that would always confound me. Like, why? Why would you do that? I'll tell you more about that in the next episode. Till then, stay healthy, stay happy. Bye for now.